Welcome to Tarot Vlogmas 2024, brought to you by MACO Tarot. Hello and welcome to another reading as we continue with the readings for Tarot Vlogmas, in which I will provide you with 25 readings as we move on up to Christmas Day. When I was preparing to read these cards, I was hearing destiny. And so I feel like I'm going to do an intuitive read. I'm going to try to pull just one to get a read of the card. I might pull others if I need to clarify. But for the most part, I'm just going to tell you what I'm hearing, whatever messages are coming out, because this one feels pretty strong. So this message started out with destiny. And so let's see exactly what we're talking about, what is in reference to. Destiny. I'm hearing destined for greatness. Destined for greatness. Destined to win. All right. What message can I give this person about their destiny? What's going on with their destiny that you need them to know? What's going on with their destiny that you need them to know? I can't make it up. Please excuse my nails. I'm trying to let them breathe, so I have nubs at this point because I had to cut them down. But try to ignore the nails. But here we go. We have, let me do it like this. Card number 23, and it's called Fortune's Wheel. Fortune's Wheel. And at the bottom of the card, it says luck and right timing. And then I happen to look at the bottom of the deck, and it says stars. Look at the card. You see how ethereal that is? Stars in the sky. And this card is talking about limitless possibility. 5 is about change. Sometimes it can be conflict, but the number 5, which is 23, is about change. 6 is about your inner experience. What inner experiences or lessons that you've learned. I feel like you have had a life of a lot of different changes. I feel like there's been a lot of instability in your childhood. I feel like it could have been a situation where maybe you had a home, but you didn't really know what to expect day to day because of the volatile nature between your parents. Or maybe you live with another family member, or maybe you live with several different family members. I'm feeling like you didn't have a sense of stability in whatever environment you were in, because even though you're raised by mom and dad, it doesn't necessarily mean that it felt stable. It felt safe for you. I feel like you're used to instability. You're used to not fitting in. You're used to not belonging. The outsider. I feel like life for you, especially with the number 5, when I mentioned that it includes conflict, has been an uphill battle. I'm seeing you have to climb up hills and mountains. Could be a Capricorn. I always think of the goat when I think of that. But you have to climb up hills and mountains to accomplish goals. I feel like nothing was really easy for you. Nothing was easy for you. That you had to work to get what you had. But I feel like there's always been, though, this thread of opportunity that things just kind of happen to work out for you. It's not to say that your life wasn't hard. It's not to say that you didn't struggle. But I feel like somewhere in the midst of all of your struggles, there has always been this thread of help that has come from your spirit team, and God is in my belief, whether you call him higher power or whatever. You have a close connection to the other side. And even if it's not anything you practice or work on, you are what we call divinely protected. I feel like you're a person that has always had God's hand on you. That just when you had your back against the wall and you felt like there was no way out, there was always, I'm hearing, a ram in the bush. There was always a ram in the bush. Something that was miraculous, whether you acknowledged it as that or not, that just quote unquote happened. I personally don't believe in coincidences. And so I feel like that is how your life, like if you told someone your story, they wouldn't believe half of it. How things have been revealed to you, how things have presented themselves to you, how you lucked up and walked into opportunities that helped to develop you, and I feel like you're in the space now where you're walking into destiny because you've been through all of this stuff. And while you were going through all of those things, you were like, why me? Why did this have to happen to me? Why did that have to happen to me? I have such a hard life. Everything is hard, right? But you would get these glimpses where people out of the blue would help you. Even people who didn't like you would help you. And it was just like, how, what? To almost like it got to a point where you didn't even ask anymore. It's just, I don't know, just God, just bless, right? I feel like that's how life has been. If you needed money, I just feel like you could pray or meditate about it, and before you know it, boom, you have the money from a place you never imagined. Could be a bonus, could be money from school, could be a loan somebody owed you, could be your job, giving you a raise. It always came in the perfect timing to elevate you. And I feel like this is what I'm seeing. It's almost like you're walking a path, and you know how they have the stones, let's say the square cement stones, and it's a path you just walk on. I feel like each stone was shielded. Like you couldn't see where that stone was. Now, you're on a path, but you can't see the stone. But you had enough faith, even if you don't call it faith, you had enough faith to take another step forward with the hope that you were walking on another stone and not off a cliff. But I'm feeling with that, when I just said that fool's energy, which is like new beginning, and it's the trust in the divine that you don't have to know exactly every step of the way, but if you just trust yourself and trust God to go in the direction that you're being led, that you're gonna make it. And I feel like there have been a lot of tough lessons. There have been a lot of hard-won lessons. There have been a lot of things learned along the way that were very painful for you. I feel a sense of loneliness, even in a crowd. I'm hearing popular loner, where there may be a lot of people that know you, a lot of people that know of your abilities, a lot of people that respect you, but you don't feel like you know really anybody, or that nobody really knows the true you. I feel like it's a trauma response, to be honest, where you've had to protect yourself. You've had to have a wall up. You've had to put out a particular image for people to accept you. But I do feel like there's this energy of people pleasing that's there, putting on a mask to kind of pretend to be, yeah, this is fine, this is cool, but really and truly nobody really knowing you, and feeling very alone in a crowd. I feel like that was your development, is what I'm hearing. That was your development. That was your school. Though that's how you learned. And of course, it's the school of hard knocks, right? And nobody signs up for that. But I feel like it was hard won gain, is what I'm hearing. Hard won gain. That's not how I would say something. But I do feel like that's what it was. It's like step by step, I'm going to keep moving forward. I feel like with this energy of the card too, the fortune, is you can see it's a lot of bright, fiery energy. You see that starburst? That's what I feel like is on the inside of you. Even with the stars in the sky, you see how that person is so illuminated? That's what I feel like is inside. It's like it's a fire that burns inside of you, that even the times that you've wanted to quit, you would not quit. And you don't even know why, but you're just like, I don't know how to quit. I'm getting chills as I say that. You don't know how to quit, because it's a fire. There's a destiny. That's why I was saying destiny, destiny. There's a destiny within you. There's a destiny that must be fulfilled, and you won't stop until this destiny is fulfilled. I feel like it's coming. And I feel like your destiny involves a fortune, meaning, like they said on the card, luck and right timing. I feel like you've always had that luck and right timing. I feel like you've always had that, where you end up in the right place at the right time, talking to the right person to do the right thing. Or sometimes you might get, being intuitive, because I'm going to call it what it is. I feel like you get a hit that's like, call this person today, call the school today, ask for this today, and you followed it, and miraculously things worked out. Even when you were like, there's no way for this to work out, it works out, because I feel like there's a bright destiny that you have. I feel like it's a bright destiny to help other people. Matter of fact, I think it's a destiny to teach people what you've learned. Unfortunately, you have had to go through the hard times. You have had the experience the heartbreaks, the feeling lonely, the being used and maybe abused, and all of these unfortunate things. But you had to endure it and crawl out of it in order to be able to learn the lessons that you're able to teach someone. You very well could be in the helping profession. That's teacher, doctor, counselor, lawyer. It's somewhere, firefighter, I don't care. It's somewhere, police officer, somewhere where you help others. It's important for you to help others. You also could be a public speaker, or that's in your future, to be a motivational speaker. And it's not about telling people every little, nuance of what you've experienced, but to take your wisdom. Wisdom comes from a lot of these hard knocks. It comes from struggle and learning those lessons. I'm hearing, when you learn the lesson, act like it. When you learn the lesson, you act like it instead of resorting back to where you were, which happens, especially as you're growing. Instead of going right back into the same situation you were in, you're in this energy of moving forward and moving out of that energy. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I just feel like there has been so much growth. There has been so much wisdom obtained. You have obtained a level of contentment and peace. And you're looking back over your life and you're thinking about all the things that you've been through. And I see that you're putting the puzzle pieces together. I had to experience that to learn this. I had to experience that to learn that. I had to do that to get there. I had to realize, and this is an expression I always use, sometimes you have to experience what you are not in order to understand who you are. You have to experience what you are not. You've got to be in a situation where you're like, never again, or that's not for me, or I won't be putting myself in this situation again. You've got to experience those situations to make that decision. And because you've gotten the lesson and began to act like it when you saw the writing on the wall, now your destiny is here. Now the luck and the right timing is here. The wheel of fortune is here. So these things that you've set, especially in this end of the year energy, as you set these goals, I want you really, I feel strongly I need to say it. You need to sit back this year and you need to really think about what you did accomplish. I feel like you're very hard on yourself and you look at only what I didn't do. I planned this and that didn't happen. I planned that and that didn't happen, or this is incomplete. But you don't see the progress of where you were January 1, 2024 to where you are now, December 2024. Okay. And you have made, I feel, tremendous progress because you're now walking into destiny. Now this stuff that you've been working toward, working for, trying to figure out, what am I supposed to do? Where am I going? What's happening? Why is this stuff going on? All of the puzzle pieces are starting to come together. And I truly feel like it's your turn. I saw a meme and I'm seeing a flash of it in my mind. I saw it earlier today, actually. And it says, this chapter in my life is called my turn. Because I feel like you've seen a lot of people pass you by. You've made some progress and then you fell back. You've gotten this taken care of and then here comes that. You've been through a lot of struggles, a lot of fighting yourself. You could have anxiety, maybe even depression, and you've had to battle with your own mind in order to have some sense of stability. And I feel like you did it by yourself, that you felt that others wouldn't understand. And so you did it by yourself. But I want you to know, like I said, you have limitless possibility. I'm not making this up. This is on the card that came out. You have limitless possibility. I feel like you're a person that has been sleeping on yourself. You've been playing small. You've been people pleasing. You've been dimming your light to make other people feel comfortable. And they still don't feel comfortable. I can't stress that enough. They still don't feel comfortable. If they don't like you, they still don't like you. If they're jealous of you, they're still jealous of you. And you know the reason why is because you can't see it. But that light blinds them. I can't stress it enough. That light you have blinds them. And you stand as a mirror before them of this person, this bright being, just like this. This is how you're looking to them. When you're like, I'm just me. I'm just, it's just me. This is what you look like to them. What is it? What is it about this person? Why? I can't put my finger on it. It's something about this person I don't like. It's something about this person that irks my nerves. It's your light. It's your light because they see your destiny. I'm seeing look like a small feather in front of me floating down, and I don't recall moving anything that would have a feather. So that white feather is probably the angelic realm to remind you that you have a whole spirit team that is around you, that protects you and has been protecting you and will continue to protect you, that has gotten you out of all the tough situations to bring you to this point. And I feel like your spirit team is very proud of you because you've gotten to this point. Because many a times I think they felt like, I think that she wants to give up. We're not letting it. We're not letting her or him. I feel like it's a she, but we're not letting her or him give up. We're not. This person is divinely protected. I'm going to keep pushing. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep pushing. And even though I'm seeing you get up out of the dirt, you know how you brush yourself off because maybe you fell down and you're tired and you're weak and you're struggling and you're like, nobody sees me. All they see is the accomplishments that I've made, or they see this persona or perception of me that they have that's not even me. I feel like you were pulling yourself up, and you would get up and you would go to work and you put a smile on your face, and then you cry all the way home, and then you put a smile on your face and you cry all the way back home. I felt like it was a lot of suffering. But I feel like you're standing up, and I want you to see this light that I see that's inside of you, this fire that burns. And I feel like it's so many times you're like, I want to give up so bad, but I really just don't know how. I don't know how to give up. And it's because of that light that's in you. And I feel so excited for you because you're now walking into your destiny. The things that you have been working for all of your years are now coming to fruition. This chapter is your turn. I want you to write that down. Put that on your vision board if you need to. This chapter coming up, 2025, is your turn. And as these blessings come in and you see the fruit of your labor, don't forget about MACO Tarot. Come back, like, comment, and you can go on and subscribe so you don't miss any videos, and let me know exactly what you're seeing manifest, because I feel like it's going to be very sped up. If it hasn't already started happening, where this worked out, that worked out, this came in, this is doing that, this is that, and it's happening. It's been happening, but it was kind of this year, maybe this month, that kind of energy. Now it's like this. Next. It's getting to the point, and I'm getting excited. It's almost before you could say, God, boom, is here. God, boom, is here. And it's not about money or acting as if God, a higher power, is like like an ATM or anything like that. But it's just that your blessings are there and things have been sped up because you learned the lessons. And now as you continue to act like you learned the lessons, the things that you want are coming like this. I ask and I receive. I ask and I receive. I ask and I receive. I feel that really, really strongly. Just like I was hearing destiny, destiny, destiny. It is here. Okay? Destiny is here. It's now. So I hope that you heed this message. I hope that this was great encouragement because I am extremely excited for each and every one of you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And until we meet again, remember, it not only always gets better, but honey, you have no idea how good it's about to get. Okay? Until we meet again. Bye.